This is a reading vlog, so maybe I should talk about reading. Wizards, witches, and everyone in between. My name is Emma and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. So as you can see from the first couple of clips, I spent the first half of this week up at a cabin, and it was like the perfect amount of snow. It wasn't actively snowing, but there was snow on the ground, which is so pretty. And the book that I read up there, which I didn't film any clips of just because I was up there with my family and I don't like to film in front of people, so I didn't really have time. But I started and finished The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand, which is the Page Dwellers Book Club pick for December, so I finished it in the nick of time. I will link our live show down below. I really love this. If you are a fan of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, perfect read. It is the perfect read for you. It was festive, it was fun, and it kept like the really good message that A Christmas Carol has. So it is currently Thursday. We're already almost, at the end of this week. But all I have been doing after finishing that book is listening to Anna Karenina, and I'm proud to say I finished it today. I got it from Libby because I'm completely done with paying for audiobooks. I got it from Libby. I waited like 10 weeks for it, but I did not start it soon enough. I had it for 21 days and I was like, I'll have plenty of time. But that book is thick, so it's a long audiobook. I finished it today with 4 hours to spare before my audiobook was gonna go away, which wouldn't have been the end of the world because I could just physically read it and finish it that way, but just for continuity and everything, I really wanted to hear the whole thing. We did it. This book has been on my bucket list for such a long time. I really don't know why, but I finally know what it's about. I finally read it. I feel so accomplished. So my other reading plans for this week, well, I have discovered The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is free through the Kindle app with Amazon Prime. So I'm currently reading issue 3. And I'm absolutely loving it. And then audiobook-wise, now that I finally finished Anna Karenina, our book club pick for January is The Beautiful by Renee Audier. And I was stressing out because my library had a really long wait for it, and so did the audiobook through the Libby app and the ebook through the Libby app. So I was like, I might just have to break down and get it, or pay for Scribd again and listen to it that way. But let me tell you, the Libby app came through for me. So today I woke up with a notification for a skip the line loan from Libby. There's like a couple copies of the audiobook that go around and you have a certain amount of time to borrow it or not, and then you only have it for 2 weeks instead of 3. So it like shortens it. I've never gotten the option before for this, but it worked out perfectly. It completely saved me from having to buy this book. So I'm very happy. So I will be starting The Beautiful audiobook probably tomorrow. So that's gonna be my audiobook for the rest of this week. Hello everyone. I have been even worse than usual, I feel like, at updating my vlogs. And I don't really know why that is. I think part of it is because I've been reading at night and I don't like vlogging in front of people, so if I'm reading like right before bed, then I'd have to like get up out of the bedroom and go into like the living room or something to talk about what I've read. And then the next morning, I forget to do it. So, little life update, I guess. I'm still working on finding a job and getting all my stuff together for the my application for the teaching credential program that I'm like 99% certain I'm gonna do. And it's just been a lot. I don't know, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. Like, you're busy with like tangible things like work or school or whatever, and then when you're not, you think you're gonna have all this free time, but then somehow you still end up being just as busy but with other things. And that's really been my case. This is a reading vlog, so maybe I should talk about reading. So I'm currently 78% done with The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I honestly think I would have liked it more if I hadn't been listening to it, because the audiobook narrator does do a really good job of doing accents. Like, she does like a Welsh accent, a French accent, and then I think some type of Spanish accent. But there is this vampire who we get his perspective every once in a while, and her voice for him, it grinds my gears, and I don't know why, but it's very annoying to listen to. But otherwise, I'm really liking it. We have our main character, Celine, and her friend, whose name is escaping me. It starts with a P. I want to say Poppy, but I don't think it's Poppy. It's something like that, but I really enjoy the two of them. So this book is a book that has vampires in it, which I haven't read one of those in a very long time, but it takes place in New Orleans in the 19th century, which is such a really like atmospheric time period. And so our main character, Celine, has to flee from Paris, and she ends up in New Orleans, and she gets caught up in this thing called Court of Lions, and there's a murder, and people think there's this serial killer on the loose, and these people look like they got bit by something, and they have all the blood drained out of them and things like that. So it has some thriller aspects, it has a romance, and I really like it. The writing is so good, and I honestly love all the characters except the one like evil guy, I guess, whose perspective we get, but we're supposed to not like him, so it's fine. I'm definitely going to finish that within the next couple days. And I started reading the ebook for Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and this is the readathon group book for the Visco Girls Readathon. I'm only like 10% of the way through, so I can't really attest to much in terms of the plot yet, but I will say I love the writing style, and I think it's very unique and like pervasive in the sense that you notice the writing style when you're reading it. So I think that can probably be kind of polarizing if people don't kind of like that style. It's like very casual and chatty, but I really like our main character so far, and yeah, we'll see. It's my first like full-length book I've ever read as an ebook, so that's been an interesting time. That's the story. That's where I'm at. I'm really enjoying both of my reads. I'm excited to finish the Beautiful audiobook because I do have the Diviners audiobook is due in 7 days, so need to start that hopefully definitely by Friday. I'm gonna go start reorganizing my bookshelves finally. It's been almost a month since we've moved here. Hello! So I just finished listening to The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh, and I liked it. It was very flowery and character driven, more so than I thought a vampire kind of thing would be, but it is really atmospheric, and overall I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's maybe like a 3.5. Just for being as long as it was, it didn't really have enough substance for me to give it like a 4. Although I think I'm interested enough to read the next book when it comes out in the series. Let me know if you've read it. I think everyone I know who's read it has really loved it, and I did enjoy it. It just wasn't as gripping for me. I think I expected like a quicker pace and more depth, I guess, because it was a fairly long audiobook. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Celine's a boss-ass bitch. My friend just left to go back to Alaska, so I'm sad about that. But I only have to go like 4.5 months until I get to see her again, because she's graduating and not going to be in Alaska anymore, so that's good. Today, after I finished the Beautiful audiobook, I started the Diviner's audiobook, because that came through from my library, I think a week after the Beautiful did. That always happens to me. All of my holds come in at one time, and it's so stressful, and it becomes a race against the clock. And so I started that, and I'm already 20% of the way done. Oh my god, it is so good. Like, I totally get why so many people absolutely love it. And to be honest, it's been on my radar for years and years and years, but I've just never gotten around to picking it up. I do see why people find Evie annoying. That's really the only thing I for sure knew about this. Sorry, I'm like leaving my water and everything in random places. That's like for sure the only thing I knew about this series, was that people found Evie annoying. Almost a fourth of the way through the first book. I don't think she's annoying. I think she is a lot, but so far she hasn't done anything that like I actually am really annoyed about. So I guess we'll see if that changes. We already had a very creepy and suspenseful scene, which I love. It's like so compelling. I just want to binge listen to it. So really, really excited about that. It might be my first 5-star read of the year. Who knows, but I'm excited. Page 60 of Frankly in Love, and I still like it. Not much has happened so far, but that's kind of my fault because I'm being super slow about reading it. This seems to be taking me longer to read than I thought, which is odd because a lot of people say that ebooks like help them read faster, or like they feel like they're reading faster. I definitely feel like I'm reading slower, but who knows. Also, look at that frickin' sunset. That's gorgeous. Also, I would like to shout out Jenna Marbles. She posted, her video this week was transforming herself into an e-girl, and it inspired me to put blush on my nose, and let me tell you, I've done it 2 days in a row now, and I have been feeling myself. I think it's cute as fuck. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell now, plus the day is completely gone, but I feel like it really accentuates like my little button nose at the bottom. So anyway, fun fact for you. So I am almost halfway through Frankly in Love now, and I think it's picking up, but I still am not loving it. It is very character driven, which most books in this genre are, and I just feel like not that much is happening. The thing that is keeping me like sticking with it though is the whole like discussion of race and culture, and you know, what your parents want for you might not be what you want for you, and I really, really like that. The contemporaries that I do like do tend to discuss deeper topics. So this is fulfilling that for me. So I'm sticking with it. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's very long. I do kind of wish it was shorter, but it's okay. The Diviner's audiobook, I am also almost halfway through and I am loving it. I don't know why it took me so long to read this series. I love all of the characters. Even Evie, she still isn't really bothering me that much so far. I love the time period it's set in, and I love the characters and the weird spooky things happening, and it's really good. I don't know why it took me so long to read this, because I know a lot of people love this series. So I'm excited because I would love to have another series that I'm excited about, even though, as you know, I'm terrible with actually finishing series. Raven Cycle. But it's just nice to know that there's other books in a series that I'll probably like, you know, even if it takes me forever to get to them. But I do realize it is good timing because the last book in this series comes out next month. So I didn't plan that because I didn't know, but now I know. And I'm happy about it. I am hungry. It's like 9 o'clock. So I'm going to grab a couple pretzels and read a little bit more. I would like to get to page 200 of Frankly in Love. I'm on page like 170 right now. So I'll probably do that and then maybe watch something and go to bed because I'm really tired. Let me know. I think when I turned like 19 or 20 is when all of a sudden staying up late was not fun for me anymore. Let me know if you have had that switch or if you haven't, I guess. If you're like over the age of 20 and you still enjoy staying up late. I don't know when exactly it happened, but now it's like, if I have something planned that I know it's gonna be like a late night and it's worth it, then that's fine. But on an average day, if I am like, oh, I don't have to be anywhere tomorrow, I can sleep in, I'm gonna stay up late, that never happens to me anymore. I don't enjoy staying up late anymore because then I sleep in late and I feel like my whole day's wasted and that puts me in a bad headspace. So I feel like for my mental health, it's a lot better for me to wake up early. And like I said, I turned 19 or 20 and now I'm just freaking tired. I am tired by like 9. Like, I'm ready to go to bed right now. I don't want to, so I'm gonna stay awake a little bit longer, but like me being all like, it's Friday night, I can stay up till 3 a.m. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a grandma. Hello. So it is Sunday morning and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. I am officially 50% of the way done with the Diviner's audiobook and I'm really loving it still. Very excited about that. And I am 50% of the way through Frankly in Love. So those will definitely get finished in next week's vlog. I did read one or two volumes of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I think I'm up to volume 5 now and I'm still really enjoying that. So that's a good time. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye!